Hi, my name's Lillie Cawthorn. I'm an author. I'm an author of the book The Money Factory, How Any Woman Can Make an Extra 30 to 100,000 extra income. I never set out to be a fearless woman. It actually puzzles me when people think I'm fearless. And I've had to give quite a lot of thought to this before doing this interview today because I don't consider myself to be fearless. When I look back over my life, I realised that the first time that I did something fearless, I was only 19 years old. Now, I was raised on a farm, a remote farm, and I was sent to one of three girls, and I was sent to an all-girls boarding school. So none of that really is conducive to making you be a fearless woman. And I, in fact, was very, very shy, introverted. I didn't have any confidence. I always thought everybody else was much, much better than me at everything. It's anger that makes me fearless. And I discovered in my late teens that it's injustice that makes me angry, particularly injustice towards females. So the first time that I became a fearless woman, I realise now, was when I was working as an account manager for a major international finance company. And they had subdivided a block of land into building lots. And we as staff members were allowed to purchase a piece of land, and they would fund the mortgage for us. So I secured one of these blocks, and when I came to sign the paperwork, I saw that I was being charged a whole 1% more for my loan than the male colleague who was sitting next to me. And I thought it was a mistake. So I said, oh, there's a mistake here, it should be this much. And they said, no, that's male rates, yours is female rates. That's when I first found the injustice towards women really made me angry. Now, I took that all the way to the top, to the chief executive officer and his great big walnut panel lined office with the big black leather chairs, real male domain, very, very scary for a little 19-year-old. But I stated my case, and I told him that I saw absolutely no reason why I should pay more for a loan from the company I worked for than my male counterpart. And if that was the way he was going to treat me, I wouldn't buy the land and I wouldn't work for him. That was the first time I was fearless, and I actually did get the discounted mortgage rate, but only for me, not for the other women. So this is something that astounds me. Move along further into my life. The next time that I got really angry and decided to do something fearless was when, in my private life, when I was trying to leave a very bad relationship, and I was told that, you made your bed, you lie on it, you stay there, it's your choice, that women have to just knuckle down and get on with it. And I decided, no, I wasn't going to do that. I just absolutely was not going to spend my life being miserable with the wrong person just because I'd made a mistake. And so I left. I left my country, I left my family, I left my home, and I set up a new life in a new country, and I obtained citizenship, learned a new language, and completely reinvented my life, and was absolutely happy. So was that a fearless thing to do? To me, it seemed like the only thing to do, but other people have told me that that's a fearless thing to do. Anyway, 20 years ago, I had to change countries again, because whilst on holiday, I met my husband, and he was an industrial real estate agent. Now, I'd been investing in residential property all my life. When we got together, we decided that we would make a goal to purchase the industrial real estate agency that he was a salesman at. So we pulled all our financial resources, our knowledge, our expertise, and we made this goal to work towards buying the industrial real estate agency, which we've done. But the deal was that I would do everything in our lives to free him up to only work on the business. So I ran the home, the family, all our travel, paid all our bills, did all the shopping, all the cooking, all the cleaning. I managed everything so that he was free just to do the business. But of course it was our business because I was working really hard too, just not out in the public. Something happened to me though. I became more and more aware that people thought that I was lucky and that I'd landed on my feet as we began to do well. No one ever accredited me with doing well for the fact that we bought our business. And I became withdrawn and unhappy and searching around for something to do. And that's when I met Jerry Robert from Black Card Books. And Jerry said, if you want to take your business to the next level, write a book, because your book is your new business card. And this really, really appealed to me. I thought that was awesome. And I raced home and I said to my husband, guess what? I'm going to write a book about our business. It's going to be fabulous and take our business to a whole new level. And he looked at me and he said, you are not writing about my business. Now, this was news to me. For 15 years while I'd been working at home, doing everything so that he could be out there, I thought it was our business. So we had a massive row, an absolutely massive row. And the next morning I was standing in the kitchen with him, holding my coffee and just feeling really, really sad, about to go off to the second day of the author workshop. And I thought, I don't want to lose my husband, and I don't want to lose my 16-year marriage. So I grabbed a piece of paper and I wrote, I am so happy and grateful for my kind, loving, supportive, understanding husband. And I left it sitting beside the coffee machine on the bench, and I went off to the author workshop. On the way there, driving there, I started to get really, really angry again. And it was the injustice of it that was making me angry. I thought, how dare he say it's his business when I have just absolutely closed myself off from everything in the world I love. I'm not living in my own country where I want to be. I rarely get home to my own home. I've lost all my confidence that I had so carefully built up, because I've just been working from home behind the scenes, no makeup on and tracksuit pants and all that sort of thing. How dare he tell me that it's not our business? And when I got to the author's workshop, I stood up and I said, I'm going to write this book. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to write this book. I will write it for women, and I will tell women how I've been making amazing passive income from home by buying small factories and warehouses. And so that's how the Money Factory got born. And I wrote it as though I'm sitting on a sofa talking to a girlfriend. It's in really, really easy to understand language, no male business geek speak. I tell every single little step that I did to purchase my first factory and what to do to grow a portfolio and buy more. And I interviewed all the 5 experts who helped me on my journey. Whilst researching for this book, and particularly whilst I was investigating women in industrial real estate, it came to my attention that 0.02% of our investors that we manage at our industrial real estate agency are women. That's about 13 women out of more than 750. And when I came to want to interview those women for my book, they didn't want to be. They didn't want anyone to know. They didn't want anyone to know that they were successful investors in industrial real estate. And as I researched more and more, I also found out that women in Australia, I don't know about the rest of the world, but here in Australia, women are retiring with, on average, half as much money as their male counterparts. Now, there's lots of reasons for this, but the main one is that men have not been putting money away in the superannuation accounts of their women, of their wives. Usually the wife, particularly the ones who are now starting to retire at 65 to 70 years old, mostly their job has been running the home and raising the children, which, as we all know, is an unpaid job. Their husbands, who've been earning the income, have been saving up their retirement money through their employment, but not enough for their women. And so women are starting to retire already on the poverty line. There's 500,000 women in Australia that have retired and that are living below the poverty line. Now, once again, the injustice of this made me really, really angry. And so I decided to do something about it. And I decided that I would become a keynote speaker on the subject and hold seminars and workshops to try and teach women why they need to take back their financial power. You know, if we retire on an average of $138,000, I've had women say to me, yes, that's a lot of money, until I point out to them that we live 34 years longer on average than our great-grandparents did, which conceivably means that if we retire age 65 to 70, we could well live another 25 or more years. In 25 years, I'm afraid $138,000 invested will return you around about $1,000 a month. That is a miserably long, broke retirement. So I want women to know a man is not a financial plan. The government does not have your back covered. It is up to you. Women's equality does not mean sexual equality. Women's equality means giving women the right to understand their finances, their future, their relationships, and want equal treatment everywhere. And that is one of the injustices that makes me angry and drives me forward and makes me hold my money factory investing workshops. Something that people don't understand about money, I really do believe that you bring about what you think about. And if you think that you will never have any money, you never will. If you think that there is enough money in the world to go round, it's just not shared out and you want your share, then start thinking about your share and become financially literate so you can attract your share. And I really do believe that money only stays in the hands of people who have done the work to deserve it and to keep it. And it's why we see very, very often when people win a lottery that they lose the money within 12 months. Because they think it's a lot of money and that it's going to last forever. Money goes, you lose it like socks in the wash. And you really need to understand how to look after your money so that your money wants to come to you to be looked after. There's some amazing books on this subject. And there's the amazing DVD, The Secret, that also touches on this subject. And I've been trained and attended many of the workshops by the people on The Secret. And they all believe you bring about what you think about, and I do too. So that's a funny little thing about money that I believe. If I could give one tip about earning extra income, I would give you the tip to read Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki and understand why you need to earn passive income. Passive income means that money is coming into your bank account without you having to do extra work for it. And you need to make a little sacrifice in the beginning to save a deposit to purchase something that is going to bring you extra income. This can be, if you're self-employed, it can be employing someone else so they can duplicate what you do and you're earning money off them. In my case, it was saving enough deposit to buy my first factory. My factory brought me in monthly rental income. Once I'd paid the mortgage off on my first factory, I remortgaged it and bought a second one, and that's basically what my book is about. So I do think that we all need to understand compounding interest and passive interest, and then make it a goal to get some in your life fast. What is a mantra or saying that I try to live by? You know what I like to say is, I do it because I want to because I can, and I can because you told me I can't. And that seems to be a driving force throughout my life. If I'm told I can't do something, my reaction is, you just watch, and then I do it. So why am I like that? I don't know. That's just my personality. The other thing I firmly believe that I do every day is I firmly believe in a gratitude list, and I write my gratitude list every day. And I'm thankful and happy to say that my husband very quickly became my biggest supporter. We're coming up now for our 17th wedding anniversary, 20 years together. And every single day I write my gratitude list, and I head it with, I am so happy and grateful for my kind, loving, supportive, understanding husband. And then I follow with a list of the goals and dreams that I want for my future. and I wish that for all of you as well. If you would like to contact me, I'd love to hear from you. You can go to my website, which is called moneyfactoryinvesting.com, and you can also like my page and say hello to me on my Facebook page, author Lillie Cawthorn. It's been an absolute honour and a pleasure talking to you, and thank you so much for the opportunity.